Welcome, welcome. Listen, this isn't going to be a long live. I'm at the sunset. Um, I'll wait a couple of minutes for people to come in. How's everybody? Long day. I've been traveling nonstop since like this morning, so I can't wait to go home, take a shower, and in here. Nobody yet. I'll wait for Chad to pop up. It was a beautiful day today. It was quite chilly this morning. Quite chilly. Mm. Hey, Flora. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I'll leave my sunglasses on. These tired eyes. I gotta dye my hair too before I get a landing strip like Merb. Hey, Miss Christy. How are ya? Good to see you guys. Scratch, 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 scratch. My allergies have been acting up. Have Kleenex will travel. Of course, I've been sitting at that lake, sitting in the middle of crabgrass, which I am allergic to. I was tested for that, and years ago, but I just get a runny nose. So, hey Tracy, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Okay. Hiya, Debbie. What's up? I'm meditating, and what I'm gonna do for y'all, I have it printed out before. Ugh, I did some meditation in my car, believe it or not, with a candle. Yeah, let me catch my car on fire. I printed out. Um, I figured before I start showing you guys yoga for beginners with back stretching to start with, I figured I'd teach you about yoga, what it means, what kinds of yoga there are, so you can get a better understanding what yoga means union. So, when you become one, when you become part of your consciousness. So, it's a good, and you can learn all of this too on isha.sadhguru.org. Um, the whole process of yoga is to take you from something that you know and take the next step into the unknown. We have made this yoga science almost like a physical science. Um, Suppose you mix 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen, you get water. Even when a great scientist puts it together, it is water. Even if an idiot puts it together, it is water. Similarly, can I say that word today? In yoga too, whether a great yogi does it or an ignorant person does it, it does not matter. If he does the practice in sadhana property, consciousness, then you are in yoga. To attain that unity within you, there are many ways. Like hatha yoga is working with the body, disciplining the body, purifying the body, and preparing the body for higher levels of energy. So there's 4 different types of yoga. Um, when you experience everything as one in your consciousness, then you are in yoga. And yoga literally means union. So I'm gonna teach y'all some of this and read it. Not tonight. I got to address something. Good to address something. All right, we get enough people in here. I need to color my hair too. I think it's about doing something fun like flow. Oh, all right. Let's see this gorgeous sunset. Oh, isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty. Hey, my crazy life. How are you? Okay, look it. So I went through this a couple of months ago where Country Joe, I don't even know who she is, honestly. Don't watch her. Nothing. I've heard of her, but she started tagging me with videos pertaining to surviving the storms, Dorothy, because those two don't get along. Recently, I was tagged, I forgot the name already, something Brigade. I have it on my title. Someone can just repeat it to me. That's how much I care. I did not, and as Country Joe videos, I did not watch them. Um, and the same with this one who tagged me. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. I did not watch it. Brigade. Mummy Ramblings, is that you? Are you Brigade? Because I know the video had to do with Nana Patty, and I'll tell you something. If anyone has it who was really upset with Nana Patty, it's Mummy Ramblings. And I haven't watched it, but for anyone who has, I'm really curious as to the vinegar, the way it's created, the writing, the verbiage. See what I mean? If it's similar to Mummy Ramblings, and hey, we can get IPS addresses too, you know. Do you know I used to call IPS addresses UPS? I'll get your UPS address. But look at, no, I'm not going to get the IP. I get better things to do. IP, of course, it's one of her flying monkeys. Yeah, how much did they get paid for that one? Or were they threatened? If you don't make a clip channel of me, you know, I'll release your information. Of course, it has to do with mrb. And um, nobody else seems to have a problem with Nana Patty more than mrb does. So that was easy to figure out. Stop tagging me. You're wasting your time. I don't watch the videos. I don't care what went on between you and another person, your fight, blah, blah, blah. Y'all work it out on your own. It's wow, wow, wow throughout the stupid video. Hi, thing one. Look at. I don't. First of all, I don't have time for these tags. You're not going to change my mind. You're not going to hi, your main girl. Oh my God, your video. Oh my God, your video yesterday. I was crying. I was crying. How brave and courageous of you to make that video. I'm so proud of you that you honored and shared a part of your daughter with us. That took a lot of courage. And when we lose a child, you know, we want to honor them, right? Um, and share their legacy and celebrate them in life and in death. And I'm so damn proud of you, girl. And I know that had to be so hard to do. Um, so if anyone can drop her link, please subscribe. I can't see. I got my text on bigger because I'm old. So when I go hit my options, the add moderator is hidden because the rest of the options are bigger fonts. So I can't add moderator. But if someone can drop her link. Thanks. Yeah, the sky is very beautiful. What does it remind you of? Your first thought. This is a tough one. Usually I can guess what the sky resembles to me. I'm looking on the left, like there's squares, like an opening, like a matrix or something. Something funky going on with that sky right now. I don't see any merb witches. Oh, maybe on the left, maybe like what's over there? Right there, there's something going on. What is that? Looks like a mermaid almost, or the devil. Oh, the devil. Could be the devil. Mountains. Yeah. Oh my God, I see it now. Yes, mountains. Right? Hi, Tolbert. How are you? You told your best friend about me? Oh, thank you, Tolbert. I appreciate that. Okay. So, Brigade, Buffoon, whatever, whose channel was created September 1st. And I believe that's the only video on it. I believe. Knock it off. You are wasting your time hashtagging or tagging with the swirly, circly thing. You're wasting your time. You're reaching out to all the creators who are anti MRB. How obvious do you have to be? The only person that would put effort and time into this is MRB, or she threatened somebody to do it or paid someone to do it. You see an eagle right above the big clump of trees. You do? For real? For real, real? Thank you, Pink. That means so much to me coming from you. I respect you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Truly, I'm just such. My heart broke, and yet it was filled with joy that, because so many people who lose a child, they've got to start talking and sharing their loved ones when they're ready, of course, but some people are never ready, and that's not good, you know. And it was beautiful to hear about your daughter and your relationship with her, you know. Hey, Florida Gray Lady. So yeah, so don't waste your time, because this is how life works for me. All right, I don't listen to what people say to me. Either I take it with a grain of salt, or I am not ever, ever going to go by someone's video or their words to me and think that you can sway me one way or the other. This is my journey, okay? That video was your thoughts, your perception, okay? I believe that several of the ex-Ramblers made apologies, and I can understand being surrounded by the likes of MRB. You know that saying, you are the company you keep. If you walk with someone that limps, you too will limp. Okay, I get all of that. And sometimes we do terrible things, or sometimes we didn't intend for things to get out of hand. Whatever. I didn't watch the video, so I'm not referring to the video. So making a video out of your clip channel is a complete waste of time for me. And again, I will not watch it. Country Joe kept tagging me because she doesn't get along with Dorothy. I do. Okay. I haven't known Dorothy a long time, but I enjoy what she has to offer. We have commonalities. Okay. We both share in the commonality that we both have a loved one who struggles with substance use disorder. You are not going to tell me through your opinions or your experience for me that I can't associate with these people. I don't know everything that goes on out there. I don't go to every fight that goes on. And they're not my fights. So it's so childish. It's so like, I don't like this person, so you don't have to like him either. Really? Come on. Oh, I see the eagle. Oh, I see the eagle. Hi, Yvette. Bitey Cat. Hello. MRB made a speech. No, there's a. I got tagged along with a bunch of other people, clip channels, I think, or that were ex-Ramblers, from a channel called Truthbrigade that was created September 1st. And I would like to know if anyone has watched it. Tell me how the vinegar is in that video. The style the person writes in, their verbiage. Is it similar to somebody we know? Okay, you can tell a lot through a video. All right, who's it directed to? Who's really angry with the people they make the video against? What are the odds that someone, say like MRB, would put her anger out into a video? I don't care, Merb, or whoever you had to set it up, because it wouldn't be anyone else. Anybody else. It would be somebody or you from your channel, period. So stupid. So stupid. Totally written by Merb. You would have to be on the internet 24 hours. Yeah. And that's, I try to make that clear with Country Joe. I don't know her. I don't have anything against her. I'm just like, what are you tagging me for? I'm not going to watch your video. Watch this. This is about Dorothy. You must watch this. No, I don't. No, I don't. And if you tag me and you think you're going to sway me, no. No, I'm not. Find a 30-year-old or a 20-something-year-old that maybe would click that if they were tagged. No. Yeah, that is an eagle. Look at that. Ooh. Oh. It turned from what I looked at as a devil at first to an eagle. And y'all know I want to be an eagle in my next life because they fly high and they're closest to God, mostly against Nana Patty, seething with jealousy that she is well liked and gets money and gifts. Should all go to Merb. Oh my God, that sounds like Merb. That sounds like Merb. And several of the ex-Ramblers, whatever they did, they apologized. Whoever they hurt, they apologized. Do we hold them to the cross or the stake? Do you want us to burn them at the stake? The eagle has always been my daughter's spirit animal, she would say, and now I have feathers everywhere. I see eagles a lot. Ah, asked you so many of our loved ones. That's great. No one else cares but MRB. She's not getting anything. Yeah, it's almost comical. Of course, for the person that the video was made against, if it's deemed harassment or slander, I suggest the person that they slandered strike the damn channel. Strike it. I have channels I need to strike. I just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, Pink's gonna strike. Well, yeah, if you're slandering me and defaming me, Yeah, I am going to strike that. You know, when YouTube first came out, no one had a problem. Yeah, strike, strike. You did what was right. If it fell under violations of terms of service, forget fair use. You put bullying and harassment, slander, defamation in with your fair use because it's fair use, say you're doing commentary, doesn't make it right when you use defamation and slander. So a lot of people are carrying that. That's a new word we hear now going around. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Not when it involves slander or defamation. Yeah, you mean girl. Pink Lady Luck 4, the number 4 at gmail.com. Hey, Gypsy. Listen to The Eagle and the Hawk by John Denver. Yeah, I'll have to listen to that. Bye, Wendy. You can eat sushi served by a robot? Oh, is that considered your first date with a robot? So a robot is serving you sushi. As long as he doesn't ask you back to his place, you're good. You're welcome, main girl. Your main girl. I'm going up to Maine, um, probably in October to meet up with Black Eagle. I don't know what part of Maine, like if you're way up near Canada or if you're down more toward New Hampshire. Do you have to tip the robot? Oh, good question. No, I don't think so. Where would you tip them? Let's just get an apron with pockets. Or maybe you can, maybe they have it where you slide your credit card or debit card through his ass cheeks. Wouldn't that be funny? If I had a robot, I would do that. Pay here. 2 hours above Portland. Oh, well, maybe you're willing to travel a little bit. I'm traveling about 2 hours. Where did we meet last time? Was it, oh, we met, where is she? Black Eagle. Where did we, oh, we met in New Hampshire. How far are you from Wells? Dory's in Jersey now. Did you just move? Thanks, Yvette. It is beautiful, isn't it? So I reported that channel for hashtagging me because it falls under harassment. Not that YouTube will do anything, but leave me alone. All right? I ain't got no time for this. I ain't got no time for this. This is just one of her tactics that if you leave her, you know, you suffer the wrath of murk. That is what I believe. I have received emails from people. One is a rambler and one is an ex-rambler. Okay? Both of them are terrified to even chat in my streams. One of them has created a new name. So what does that tell you? So it's a rambler and an ex-rambler that have emailed me apologizing for not being there, like through writing or going up on panel because they're terrified of her. I'm not afraid of her. I was never a rambler, But I'll tell you one thing, if I was, wouldn't be afraid. She creates fear, okay? And fear, she allows us or you to create fear. And fear is something we create, right? In a situation like this. She does nasty things. She threatens with finding you, with calling your job, with this or that. She's very intimidating. You see, if she goes after me in real life, I'll go right after her legally. I've done it with other people. I've done it with other people, and it boosts my adrenaline, and you can't stop me. Ask my own family. When I get my mind made up, you can't stop me. You can't stop me from driving 15 minutes to Logan Airport and hopping on a plane if I have to do something legally. It's like it consumes me. Not like anger, but it's like I'm fighting for what is right. Look at that sky. That sky. Every time I come up here, it's different. This is crazy. Look at it. Let her find me. Mm. And I've told you before, if anyone does go to court, you let me know, and I'll be there for you. I will be there. Anywhere in the United States. Just let me know where, the date, the time, and I will be there. It's so unfortunate that she has lost some really good friends due to this vigilantism. Vigilantism. Yep, it is. Debbie, isn't it pretty? What is with 24 people on panel and 2 people talking? Huh? I have 57 here. Or in her channel, I don't watch her. Not a lot. Like if something goes down, like really bad, I might pop over and watch a clip channel. But all those people on her Zoom who never move because they just have pictures, and that one picture of that girl with the blonde hair freaks me out. It's like she's mummified at this point. Um, yeah, nobody talks. It's weird. Yeah, yeah, Tobert. It's weird, right? Namaste, Zelda. How are you, honey? Hope the fires are settling down. The panel is crap. Yeah, so you have like 20 people up on panel and only 2 people are talking. Isn't it creepy? I think she just puts a screenshot up there of when she had that many people up. The auctions are nothing but cheap crap from Goodwill store. Nothing especially nice milk napkins. Yeah, people have been telling me her channel's really taking a hit. I mean, she's somebody who depends. I could care less. I don't look at my views like um, I don't because I don't depend on YouTube for my financial income. Um, I think if I did, I would certainly be like probably doing DIYs because those do-it-yourself projects, simple ones. I mean, you could do a 60-second DIY with anything, unscrewing something, or replacing a battery, and it gets thousands, hundreds and thousands of views. It's amazing. It's amazing. But, for people to go the drama route to get views, it's going to take a toll on your mental health. It's not worth it. And honest to God, some channels, I don't even know what they're about. Don't know what they're about. I really don't. I'm just like, so what is your channel about again, please? Oh, she did. That's right, Sleeping Cats. She did. Yes, the dildos. Yes, you can say it. It's not on my block list. You love, yeah, I bet you Florida. Oh, that Flor sent me a picture of her fountain she made for her husband. It's beautiful. And I bet, it's probably not as hard as we think it is to make a water fountain. It was beautiful. Honestly, all her popular videos were from the Watts case. Well, if she's true crime, why isn't she getting as many views as before with the Watts case? What's up with that? Was the Watts case the one all be all case out there? Plus, if you keep just reading and reading and reading from a news channel or whatever, I'm just like, no, no. And she reads too fast. It's like one big run-on sentence. She's got to get rid of her crafts because if she's depending on those videos for money, uh-uh, no. That I heard took a hit, a big hit. How many shells can you freaking sell? All right? But we all do know that she has some kind of OCD, obsessive compulsive. Remember when she was little in math, when the teacher wrote #1 on the chalkboard, the song that came in her head was "One is the loneliest number." So I can see why she collects more than one thing. She has to have numerous items of the same thing, right? Her empathy, her compassion is toward objects, not people. But that is my opinion. But that's how I see her. That if she put that much effort into her relationships with her family, her friends, her YouTube subscribers, you know, she might have a decent channel, but no, she just, um, it's really weird to see her enjoying objects more than she does people. Yeah, I agree, Ivy. How are you, Ivy? What is sleeping cat today? Oh, I got my flu shot today. My left arm was like, oh, she'll still be yelling at Jimmy. Turn it down. I'm live. I'm live, Jimmy. Jimmy. Now she's selling rugs. And oh, she loves those shells, writing a goodbye note to the shells when she sold them. What? Hold up. Hold up. She wrote a goodbye letter to her shells. You see what I mean? She treats her objects as if they were people. She got it backwards. Good, Ivy. Yeah, all right, look, I went into CVS to make a future appointment through their app. I happen to be in CVS. And then I finally booked it for a couple of weeks out because I like to get it in October because it only lasts up to 6 months anyway. So I went up to the consultant pharmacist and said, can you just give me my health insurance information? Because I don't have my health insurance card on me. Sure. So he already knew my name. I gave him my name, my birth date. Something prints out, and I'm like, great, he's putting it on a piece of paper so I'll never lose it. Then he hands me a clipboard. He goes, okay, just fill out this information. And the woman administering the flu shot, she's really good. She's really fast. And I'm like, huh? Huh? I'm getting a flu shot? He's like, yeah. When someone at another CVS told me yesterday at the pharmacy, we don't take walk-ins. So, yes, I got my flu shot. And the woman who gave it to me, the needle went in like butter. Black Eagle, where did we meet last time? We met in New Hampshire, right? Was it Manchester? So if I come up in October, Maine Girl lives 2 hours from Portland. But I don't, So what would be a good place to meet? Like if I were to come up to Maine, that was Portsmouth, New Hampshire, right? Appointments necessary, yeah. And then I was told, oh my God, you better book now because CBS is booking out so far. And I went on there. There are appointments for tomorrow. There are appointments for Sunday. Looking, Merch Chat was bored. Was her telling her sons to not dare to catch a certain kind of fish? How in the hell can you know what fish will bite your bait? Ah, yeah, Barbara, that's a little strange. Yeah, I think the whole experience of having your children fish doesn't matter what they catch. It's the experience of catching something and reeling it in, you know? So a goodbye letter to her shells. Did she cry? Is she throwing them out? Where'd they go? They're all gone. Shells are easy to get now. Find a sand dollar hole. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. Yeah. You know what's creepy is on my dad's boat, we'd be out in the middle, like not in the middle, but out in the Atlantic Ocean, a couple miles out from shore. You throw the fishing line over, you have no idea what you're going to catch. I mean, none. You don't know if you caught a shark, an eel, like I don't like it. I don't like fishing in the ocean because you can't even tell until it comes up out of the surface, especially in Boston Harbor. It's a little murky, but they've cleaned it up. One time, now y'all know my friend years ago, a long time ago, we were fishing on land uh, outside of Boston Harbor, and he hooked a dead body. But when I was out on the boat, I hooked something and it was so hard to reel it in. I'm like, oh my God, this fish is gonna be huge, huge. And I'm reeling and I'm reeling and I'm reeling. It was a sock. It was a sock. Yeah, a sock. So yeah, I don't like fishing in the in the ocean. From Bangor. It's probably yours. Oh, your sock? It was a black sock. That's all I remember. I'm like, that's it. I'm done. My mom hooked a lobster once. Yep. So you never know what you're gonna get. You've been looking for that sucker. Well, Black Eagle. Remember I told you that story about my son's friend who was on the lobster fishing boat a couple of months ago, and the rope for the nets got caught around his ankle, and he took his foot out right away. He did it again. He did. I saw him a couple of weeks ago. And I'm like, bet you learned your lesson the first time. He's like, nope. And he took his foot right out and the boot went over. So I'm sure there's lots of boots floating around the ocean. So yeah, if anyone's missing a sock, I caught it. So yeah, so Merb, stop tagging me or your ramblers, stop tagging me in these ridiculous videos that I will never watch. I'm very disciplined that way. When I tell you I don't watch, I don't. I don't watch. Two strikes, buddy. Time to change the profession. Who got two strikes? Maybe catch mrbs. Look at, I heard she got a size 11 foot. She must be close to 7 feet tall. That's that's for back then, before we drank milk with hormones in it, and meat with hormones in it, and antibiotics. To have a foot that big during that time, not menopausal, pre hormone injections, testosterone injections into our foods, that's a big foot. Can you imagine if she was born in like the era of injecting hormones into our food? She would have a size, let's see, 11 and 11. Oh, 11 and 11 is 25. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at math. 11 and 11 is 22. He drank one glass of milk, never again. I just picked up some milk at Trader Joe's. I haven't had cereal in a long time. I'm craving with the cooler weather. Rice Krispies and blueberries. Um, but it's got no hormones in it. Yeah, so I like blueberries, strawberries, and my Rice Krispies. I try to get Pink to watch stuff and she won't. It's so disappointed. Just half the time I really don't have the time. But I'm sub to everybody. Like Black Eagle, you gonna paint that sky for me? All right, Black Eagle. So you, me, and Main Girl are gonna get together in October. Black Eagle, did you see her video? Main Girl's video. Oh God, this Black Eagle gonna give me a hard time. Okay, so for anyone, again, and I'm gonna say it, stop tagging me. Okay, you cannot sway me one way or the other on how I feel about a particular person. Okay, making a video or emailing me and saying, oh, don't hang out with that person, they're so bad. Let that be my journey, okay, to figure out my relationships with other people. And I'm not going to, anyone who tags me in a video that goes after my subscribers, I will never, ever, ever watch it. Ever. Because it's stupid. Oh, don't hang out. Let me show you this. And someone says, sounds like a mrb, how she writes and whatever. Again, it was created, the channel, Brigade was created September 1st, 2022. You moron. You moron, mrb. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. And start going to bed earlier. Your kids are in school. Be a mother. Get up with your kids. And stop saying 3 hours of sleep or 4 hours of sleep a night is enough. It's not. And lack of sleep, proper sleep, can cause Alzheimer's. Sleep is part of our health. And who the hell is up at 2 o'clock in the morning to watch her go live? And God forbid if you're a Rambler and you're not there and you show up a week or so later, where have you been? Haven't seen you in a long time. It's only been a couple of weeks. Yeah? Well, in YouTube time, that's 2 years for me. Where have you been? You know that she uses the excuse with her family that she's working until 3, 4, or 5 a.m. Oh, God. Well, If that's what she's using for work ethics, and her children are raised around those kind of work ethics, that's an epic failure. And is YouTube giving her a shift differential for working the graveyard shift? No. Why does she gotta go on so late? By the time she goes live, it's the mid. I've been sleeping so long, it's the middle of the night for me. What? I'm off to take a nap. Yes, lack of sleep, poor sleeping habits. Habits. It came out recently, within the past year, that it can create dementia, Alzheimer's, under that umbrella. It's interesting. Look it up. Um, it'll all catch up to her. Anybody who sleeps like that, it's not healthy. And usually, if you have a physical, one of the questions is, at least where I live, um, on an average, how many hours of sleep do you get a night? It is part of your health. They ask it at my physical. I'm like 6 to 8. I read that as well about lack of sleep. It was enough to make me a bit afraid. A glass of wine, and I'm out like a light. Look at last night. Last night, my doctor prescribed me like a mild anti-anxiety after my mom passed. I never took it. Never took it. I would just cry myself to sleep. Last night, I took a half a milligram. I woke up at 11:45 today. 11:45. Never again. I can't. I don't know how those people function on that stuff when they're awake. Like it knocks me out. I maybe get 3 hours on a good night if I don't take Tylenol PM. You're wide asleep. Yeah, sleep is important. We have to get into a schedule. And they say, like if you work Monday through Friday and say you get up at 5:30 a.m., they say even on your days off from work, you should still get up at that exact time and go to bed at that exact time. It's your biological inner clock. I can get by with 4 hours. Wow, Tonda. But I don't know if that's healthy. I know the older I've become, I find that I require less sleep, but also my sleep is interrupted. Gotta go pee. Gotta, that's about it. Gotta go pee again. Um, so I should look into that because I've often said, yeah, I only need 5, 6 hours sleep. But is that me just justifying that, or is that really a hazard to my own health? You're a napper. I like naps. I was never a napper until about a few years ago. And but I get so disoriented. Like if I sleep more than an hour, forget it. They say to take a nap where you don't go into REM mode. 5 kids, you pee 100 times a day. I just drink too much water or juice or whatever before I go to bed. I'm sure I can stop that if I stop drinking a few hours before I go to bed. But I don't. Sky looks like Mount Washington. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's completely dark behind me. Is REM when you dream? REM, rapid eye movement. Yes. Yes. That's when REM takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Rapid eye movement. So when you see someone sleeping and their eyes are like, you can see the eyes underneath the lids moving around, they're in REM. It's an acronym. REM sleep. After my hysterectomy in 19, I have not had a full night's sleep. I'm lucky if I sleep 3 hours. Wow, Flora. I dream all the time with 4 hours. I dream in color. I have very vivid dreams. You love the mouth open, drool dripping kind of naps when you don't know if it's day or night or what day it is. But we should all look into that and do a live stream about sleep. So at least there's something positive that comes out of this MERB discussion, that we all came together for a greater cause, and that's to take care of ourselves. My mother's 87, and she has always slept for only 4 or 5 hours a night since I was a child. She still only sleeps 4 to 5 hours. Not me. I need at least 6 hours, probably 7 or 8. Wow, Barbara. My husband's snoring before I get my teeth brushed. True story, I don't sleep well. Oh, the snorers. The snorers, Torbit. The snorers. This is what you do. If they start snoring, just slap them. Just slap them. Hey, it's like Pablo's law. You know, with the dog in the bell. So hopefully, if you slap them enough times, they'll stop. Or I heard you can take a tennis ball and put it in the back of their t-shirt so they don't sleep on their back. I don't know if it works. Or you get them checked out for sleep apnea, which is very serious. You had a husband like that. My husband, it wasn't that bad. Once in a while he would. But I'd say to him, let me fall asleep first. Because once I'm asleep, I can sleep through anything, truly anything. But trying to get to sleep and listening to someone snore was difficult for me. You just put a pillow over my husband's face until he can't breathe. I know it's horrible. Oh my God. But really, make sure that they don't have sleep apnea. That's one of the signs is snoring. They're not getting enough oxygen, and that is serious. You used to punch the crap out of him and kick him out. Welcome home, Ivy. What was I going to say about snoring? Sleep apnea. Oh, so I guess if you have sleep apnea, you get this apparatus that looks like you're heading out into space. But I wonder now if they have quieter machines. They look so cumbersome. Like, there's got to be, maybe there's better ones now that just go up the nose and not throughout the whole face. And now I heard you don't have, which has been a while, you don't have to go to sleep clinics. You can do it at home. They can test you. You bring the equipment home and they test you at home. Remember, like the sleep clinics, you'd have to like force yourself to stay up 24 hours before you go so you'd sleep, which kind of, to me, would put somebody more in a snoring sleep if you're completely exhausted. But I don't think they do that anymore. Snoring is the best reason to sleep alone. I gave the husband the boot after 40 years. He's lucky I didn't keep the pillow over his face. When the cat gets me up, I sometimes MERB is selling shells. Anyone have a MERB dream? I had a MERB dream long ago. Before I even watched her, I heard about her. No, she wasn't in the lake house. She was in her kitchen. But I had a dream, and I had never seen a video in her lake house. I had a dream that I was in MERB's house. The walls were paneled, and I swear to God, I did not see a lake house video. And she was sitting next to a wall with wooden panel, and there was a staircase next to it. And I couldn't find her. and there was a door under the staircase, and I opened it up, and she was live streaming under the staircase. YouTube dreams are never pleasant. And where did she live? She lived in Chicago. And I remember like this train track going by her window when she was in an apartment or something. Yeah, it was creepy. I never have good YouTube dreams ever. I dreamt I met the analyzer, the cancer scammer, that I drove out of Boston, and as soon as I was out of Boston, I was in Kentucky. And Ben Ashworth was at the rest stop. I'm like, what are you doing in my dream? He was just chilling on the floor with his back up against the wall. Like, what are you doing in my dream, Ben? I need an exorcism. So, yeah, I don't know if y'all had YouTube dreams, but they're not pleasant. I don't need an exorcism. I would suggest that the people I dream about certainly need one, need a priest. Do rabbis give exorcisms? Like, do Jewish people never get possessed? I should Google that. You know, I'm half Jewish, so like if I were to be possessed or someone who in my family is completely Jewish, would they go to a rabbi or a priest for an exorcism? Or do they not have spirits that enter their bodies, or if it's just a Catholic thing? It's weird. You never see movies either that a Jewish person is possessed. Jilly, you've never dreamt about a YouTube creator. Really? You will tonight. Black Eagle will be calling me tomorrow. Dang, you won't believe it. I had a YouTube dream. Now the sky is starting to look ominous. Yes, bring it up at Shabbat dinner tonight. Yes, absolutely. Tobert says Merb is planning another shellcation trip. She is recruiting for the bus they are renting. Are you for real? A party bus. Really? No. Really? You just pulling my leg. Look at that sky we've been talking about, Merb. And possessed. Look at the sky. It's turning black. Merb was under the stairs with Emma. A nightmare. The children under the stairs. You have envisioned beating the crap out of one while I was wide awake. Guess who? One guess. I'll let my subs guess that one. Isn't it interesting we're talking about mummy ramblings and my sky, well, our sky, is turning black. It's an omen. Yeah, right, Tonda? It's creepy. It's not her. Um, oh, I know who it is. Molly, go bite me. Molly, go bite me. Who I don't watch anymore. I haven't in more than a couple of years. Probably longer, maybe 3. Yep, Molly, go bite me. Hey, Denise, you pitied anyone with the name Emma. Is Molly Golightly still around? Yeah, she is. She's built a great number of subscribers. She's making good money. Um, but she sacrificed all her integrity to make a paycheck. From the things I've heard she's done, reading her son's a love note he received from a girl at school. I guess she's showing pictures of minors who are who she's falsely accusing of crimes. I don't know. It's just I don't watch her enough. She's not fun anymore. At least years ago, when she had a smaller channel. I mean, obviously I parodied her. Watts didn't bring me to YouTube. Molly Golightly did. Everyone, Wendy V made a community post the other day saying, 4 years ago today on the anniversary of the deaths of Shania and her kids, a community was formed by the Chris Watts case. Not me. I never heard of Chris Watts. And I came in December 2018. And that happened in August. I'm like, who's Chris Watts? And that's when and if you want to see those parodies, just go to my most popular videos. The Molly Golightly in jail one. Um, Driving around the streets of Boston with my Molly Golightly wig and Yo Adrian, and I didn't even know his name. I just came out. Let's call him Yo Adrian, and that's her husband's name. I was like, oh shoot, couldn't pay me to watch her. Hmm. The clouds look like they're having a sword fight. It's me and Merb in the clouds. I'm winning. I'm the one on the right. I got the upper hand. Oh yeah, Ivy, when she got arrested, take my kid. Take my kid. Oh, the wreck with her Jagger. She is so. Molly is like. When we were friends, I remember telling her we were talking about actors. Of course, that's all she ever does talk about is who she knows, and I told her that years ago, um, hold on a minute. Hey Jenny, how are you? It's like listening to nails on a chalkboard. So I told her years ago that I dated somebody who was on the cast of Friends, LeBlanc, and I dated him before he became an actor. And she thinks I'm lying. I'm like, what? What do these people do? Actors or almost actors live in outer space or something? Your friend was the worst snorer. Oh, yeah, snoring. Ugh. Make sure they don't have sleep apnea. So I'm like, what's the big deal? We met through our parents. His parents were members of the same yacht club my parents are. His parents were boaters. My parents were boaters. And we'd often go on their boat sometimes, or they go on my parents' boat. And that's how we met. And he's a bore. He can't keep a conversation going. He's very shy, very, very shy, Matt LeBlanc. And he was a horrible kisser. But like, so what? She's like, no, that's a lie. You didn't date him. Well, first she believed me, and then when we weren't friends anymore, it was like she lied, said she dated Matt LeBlanc. Yeah, I did. And what's the big deal? He wears a mouth guard. Yeah, those big sleep apnea machines. I was just talking about those. I think they've made them smaller and less cumbersome. I put her to shame with celebrities, but I never mentioned it ever. Molly Golightly reminds me of the movie Sunset Boulevard, the 1950s classic movie Sunset Boulevard. You gotta watch it. The movie, oh, what was the actors? It was, oh, I forget the actress. It won awards. And so in this movie, she was once a silent film, big time actress. She was adored, had millions of fans for, the silent movies. And then the sound came, and a lot of actors could no longer work once the sound came to movies. They just didn't have the right voice, or they stuttered, or they tripped up somehow. And she never made a film after that. And she lives in this big, rundown mansion, almost like something from uh in New York on a Little Evie and Big Evie, that movie. Anyway, it was a rundown mansion. And she lives in this fantasy world that she is still famous. And Carol Burnett, if you look at it up on Carol Burnett's Sunset Boulevard parody, it is so funny. There's one scene where she goes into the restaurant and she sees people sitting around, and she sees them. She goes, "Oh no," to her butler or whatever, her driver. "Oh, hold them back. Hold them back. They want my autographs." And they weren't even looking at her. It's funny. Carol Burnett did a good job. But Sunset Boulevard. Well, no, Molly wasn't famous. She thinks she was because she was on Wife Swap and My Secret Addiction as an escort, aka whore, married, but her husband has such a good career and makes so much money, even back then. Why did she need the money? Why was she escorting? Really? All My Sleeping Cats. Oh, they made a musical out of it. Black Eagle, you were on Romper Room? Get out! Can I have your autograph? Do you know Mummy Ramblings is out on the hunt for her? I have a live stream that I did a few months ago. Mummy Ramblings threatening to go after Romper Room Lady because they got rid of snack time. Can you believe that? Someone in her, what, she's almost 60 and resents Romper Room Lady because the show took her away snack time and probably didn't call her name out through the magic wand. Is it still on? Romper Room? I don't think so. You can on YouTube, you can look up episodes, but no. Hi, Hell to the No. How are you? Yeah, so Merb, because I've got to get going. Knock it off with tagging me in these stupid videos you're making on this stupid channel called Truth Brigade. All right? We know it's you or one of your ramblers who's probably threatened into making it, intimidated, or paid off by shells. Is that how you got rid of all your shells? Isn't that interesting? She says goodbye to all her shells, and the video comes out. Your timing is impeccable. Not. See, the thing with Mummy Ramblings, she's so transparent. She's so transparent. What do you mean don't go? Let me get out of here. I'm gonna have the cops up here any minute. Look at that sky. That ominous sky. You were never called? I wasn't either. I was never called. Never. And I would sit with my face 5 inches from the black and white TV. Please call my name. Please call my name. I remember like having half days of kindergarten, going home and watching it. And she would never, "Hi, David. I see David. I see Lisa. I see this one. I see that one." Nope, never said my name. I felt so insignificant. I was emotionally injured. And I found out as an adult that in order to have your name read, your mother or father had to call up or write to the show and request your child's name be called. And my parents never did that, obviously, as if I was the only person with the name Pauline in the whole world. No other mother could have called up and if I had a kid named Pauline. No, nope. So all the Paulines back then were never called. So there's a bunch of us with that name who are still emotionally injured. Right, Jenny? Yeah, it's transparent. So, yeah. So stop hashtagging, or not hashtagging, but stop tagging me in these videos, you attention seeking idiots. All right? Because I report them for harassment. I'm not your friend. I don't want to be your friend. There's nothing you can create or say to me that will sway me. It is my journey to take, not yours. And there's one thing, this is what makes me think it's Merv, because there is one thing called forgiveness. Now, mind you, I wasn't a rambler, but I have forgiven a lot of people on YouTube who hurt me. I haven't publicly done it. It was just like, yeah, all right, it's cool, whatever. I forgive you. You're an idiot. Um, but with forgiveness, which tells me that this person who's bringing up stuff from a long time ago, I'm sure, um, can't move on, and that is so merp vinegar. You know what I mean? Um, and who has it out for Nana Patty more than Merp does, right? That's what I mean. She's so transparent. I don't see anyone else going after Nana Patty. Nobody. Nobody. She has a great channel. In fact, I think last week she did a live and we planned when I was going to join them and we're going to cook chili. Was that why I was tagged? You don't want me to make chili? Oh, I'm going to make it. And I'm going to make half with meat and half not because I'm vegetarian. So the timing of this video is too creepy. It smells like murb. M-U-R-B. Murb. She's so mad that Nana Patty received donations and contributions and that all jealousy Merv has it. Oh my God, that's so Merv. That's Merv's vinegar. That is so her. And I suggest if there's another video that's made and it involves you and it falls under violations of terms of service, strike it. That's your right. Strike it. And strike it good. Strike it. Yeah. You know, and like I said, when we all came to YouTube, no one had a problem with anyone striking videos if they fell under violating terms of service. Now it's like, oh, you strike. So, see, a lot of these extreme drama people think harassing, doxing, whatever, and God forbid you strike, you're made to look like a horrible person. And yeah, really? Really? So you want to keep videos up that hurt people, that slander them? As long as it's not done to you, right? Oh, Loomis. Anybody want anything? It's probably $3 million in that truck. How about MRB talks about Marie Osmond? I swear MRB is a weirdo. Oh, yeah, the Marie Osmond. Yeah. Look at. When Merb ever suggested to Leticia, Love Notes from TLC, that she should have sold her baby. That's human trafficking. That's human trafficking. So for her to go after Marie Osmond, you know, she just bought those babies for looks or for whatever. What I mean, she's very anti-adoption, obviously, and is into selling kids. It makes you wonder, like, what are you really doing, Merb? What's really going on with you? Let's talk. Starts with a discussion. Have you sold any babies, Merb? How many babies have you sold? You got kids out there we don't know about, Merb? You're so all for selling kids for profit. Jimmy, don't be surprised if you get a knock on your door one day and it's one of your wife's children from a previous marriage. Yeah. Are you my mother? Who are you? I'm your kid. Where have you been living? Been living in the underground, no thanks to you. I've been trafficked. I was trafficked. Oh my God. I was sold for sex my whole life. Can't wait for chili with Pink and Patty and friends. Yeah, so a week from Sunday. Not this Sunday, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Sunday. And Nana Patty's on vacation. Again, the timing is impeccable, right? She's on vacation. Who else would want somebody to make a video and tag someone who's on vacation to try to get them upset? That is Merb. Corn chowder. I like corn chowder. I like chowder. Anything without fish in it, though. Buy Loomis truck. Loomis truck, for those of you who aren't in the United States, um, how do you describe Loomis? They carry cash, they have guns, they transfer money from place to place. And what was the name of the movie? It took place in Boston where they hijacked a Loomis truck. I took care of a prisoner, and I worked in the prison who was from the mafia, who allegedly killed one of the Loomis drivers. And he was already in his 80s back then, and he finally went to trial and he was found not guilty. He was a nice guy. He read a lot. Whitey Bulger. I did not see Whitey. Well, I saw him a couple of times, decades ago. Um, but no, I didn't take care of him in prison. The one with Ben Affleck. Yeah, yeah. What was the name of it? It was such a good movie. I think if I were to mention the guy's name that I took care of in prison, you wouldn't recognize, nobody would recognize it. He wasn't like a big time player, but it happened in the city of Worcester, where this Loomis truck driver or some other company was killed. But he was with another guy, but he got off. Not going to mention his name. Not here. I'll let you know in private. Something Town. Someone look it up. Ben Affleck, Boston movie, Loomis truck. It was so good. I remember going to the theaters to see it. It was so good. I would like have to meet the Iceman. Well, he's dead now. He's my favorite. Black Eagle knows that. And Iceman is Black Eagle's favorite. He had a good work ethic. When you think about it, got rid of all the bad guys like Dexter. The Town. Thank you, Floor. The Town. Yes. Thank you, Femi. Thank you, Barbara. The Town. In fact, I might watch it tonight. You know what I've been watching lately, which is funny? It's old though, on Netflix. Trailer Park Wars. Oh my God. It is just funny. I used to watch it when it first came out, but I'm starting to rewatch them now. It is hysterical. Trailer Park Wars. He brought home the bacon, a regular wood cleaver. Yeah, Iceman. That's how I looked at him. You know, he was a family man. Went to work like any other schmuck. 9 to 5. Did his work. Took down the bad guys. He didn't kill any good guys. Please, someone, the name of Merb's video on Pink. Merb did a video on me? Or the one she tagged me in? Is there another one? Because I'll strike it. In fact, I gotta strike a few videos out there. And I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I just haven't had time. Tomorrow night. Or Sunday, the latest. But he beats his wife and kids. Not cool. Yeah, well, there's two sides to every story, and I don't know. No, he didn't beat his kids. He didn't beat his kids. He beat his wife, unfortunately. And there's a YouTube video out there, the Iceman's wife interview. You can look up. Yeah, she tagged me. Um, the channel name is Truth Brigade, and it's Merb. And she did it on the day that Nana Patty was leaving for vacation. I didn't watch it. Country Joe would do it too. And I'm like, look at if we all had to choose who to be friends with or who not to be friends with based on what other people tell us and we went with it, none of us would have friends. Creators would no longer have subscribers. You understand? Now, I don't know Country Joe to even have an opinion because I don't watch her. But she tagged me on a video that she made against Dorothy surviving the storms, thinking I'm going to like all of a sudden change my mind. And just meeting Dorothy and her and I don't watch every drama shit show going on out there. So truly, if we all went by, don't watch this one, don't watch that one, none of us would have friends. We all would be fighting. All of us. You like Country Joe. Well, apparently, because I like Dorothy, and again, I don't know the backstory to a lot of these people, and I don't care. But I suppose that I wouldn't be allowed to even say hello in Country Joe's chat because they don't like Dorothy. You see how that works? So, I mean, really? So I don't go anywhere. I don't go to tons of chats because of that. Thank you very much. So when you tag somebody that wants you to hate or go against someone they hate, Don't expect to be welcomed in their chat. And what you're doing to people out there by doing that is not letting them want to go into these chat rooms and chat. Because if I were to go into Country Joe's, right, say, hey, everybody, hope everyone's having a great day, I would probably be harassed for liking somebody they don't like. So why bother even going there? So they're losing subs, basically, or the potential of growing a channel based on their stupid tags. Me, I don't either, Black Eagle. But I won't, if you tag me with something like that, I won't go to your channel. I won't sub to you. Even if I don't know you, you could be Saint Teresa, Mother Teresa. Don't care. But you're trying to sway me into hating someone you hate. It's not right. Just checked it out. Truthbrigade subs are 90% Ramblers. Oh, what a shock. Let me get my shell out and celebrate. I'm a YouTube moron. I'd rather be a moron than a hater. I mean, these people really hate. What did I buy today? Anything good? I still say we should all go. I should go live one day and we all show what's in our pocketbooks. But no cheating. No cheating. We all empty out our pocketbooks. Oh, you know what I have, which is cool? I have a mason jar full of trail mix. And the best part of this trail mix is got tiny little pieces of chocolate morsels, peanut butter, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. Sounds like a good time. And I bought sunflowers, and I'm going to cut them down and put 5 sunflowers into a mason jar. And you fill it with water. And you put like a straw ribbon around the top, the neck of the mason jar. It's so easy. I'm eating nuts. You don't carry a purse? That gives you flashbacks, so let's make a deal. You need goat. Do I have my goat? He might be in my bedroom, chilling. I don't know if I brought goat. Oh, I got sick of candy corn, but I bought the pumpkins, the candy corn pumpkins. You can buy bags of just the pumpkins. I got dog food for Hank. Got some Ensure for when I skip a meal because I'm out running around. Mm, I think goat is at home. I have the whole skeleton yoga set. The other 2 are at home. But this one is that one. The other one is the hands together. And the other one is my thumbnail. And these you can get on CVS. And what I do is I get Velcro and I'll plop one around Halloween. And these were, what's the price? They were like $3. Hmm. This you can get distributed by CVS. Seal what with wax? You made a rhubarb jam today. Your regular Martha Stewart. He's cute. Isn't he cute? He looks at peace. So, my final thoughts, Merb, leave me alone. Okay? You tag me one more time, and I'm striking it. I already reported the tag, which you can do under harassment. And you tag me one more time, don't make me strike the video. Just leave me alone. This doesn't fall under fair use. Not when you're harassing somebody like that. Blueberry pie. And another thing, Merb, I told you this before. Nobody wants to take your channel down, okay? Nobody does. And no one had said that. Those are your thoughts that you're allowing to come in your head and stick on your Velcro brain, okay? You have to do a channel renovation, okay? You know how like we renovate our house, change things around, update the decor, the panel walls, and you put BBT down for having panel walls in her basement, but yet your lake house is all panel walls up in the living spaces. Anyway, you got to stop blaming everybody else for your channel failing. Clean the slate. Stop the behind the scenes spreadsheets. Burn them. Burn them out back in a metal garbage can. Burn them. You'll feel better. I burnt Molly Golightly's spa package. I felt so much better. Right? Burn it. Turn a new leaf, a new chapter. Focus, I just facts. Focus on yourself, on your subscribers. Stop being paranoid all the time. Thinking everyone's out to take your channel down. That's not true. And the fact that this is your livelihood, I would think you'd want that to do better and to put all this behind you because you're raising two children and your husband does not work, nor will he go out and get a job because as your income is decreasing, I would think you or your husband would at least go out there. There are jobs everywhere. Dunkin' Donuts is starting at $18 an hour. And if you went to college and you have this degree, why aren't you doing something with it to supplement? I mean, your kids will be going off to college soon. They're going to need, you know, and oh, they might get a scholarship, free tuition, you know. Tuition is like about $3,000 a semester. It's not a lot. Believe me, college is expensive. It's not a matter of just paying for the whole, semester or year. You got school books, you got to feed them because those meal tickets at college are ridiculous. You got to buy a dorm refrigerator. Um, if they're not working, gas for their car, transportation. I mean, the years go by fast, Carolyn. They really do. And the bursar's office doesn't take excuses. If you don't got the money, your kid's out. They're out. They don't take excuses. This one did this to me. This one did that. I'm not making enough money on you. They don't care. They don't care. You don't come up with the tuition or whatever fees in college. They don't care. You get a date to pay up, and if you don't pay it up, your kid cannot be in college. I don't know. Have you ever asked him, Black Eagle? I know for Canadian citizens, because I have a very dear friend who was born and raised in Canada, universities are free for them. Most of them. They pay for a big hunk of it. And she went to school for engineering. So, Carolyn, nobody wants to take your channel down. I just want you to stop this. Stop it. Because eventually we're all going to move on. And if you're going to make videos like this, because you do know that, like Casbat Express, she's done with you. I'm like, yeah, let's be done. Let's be done with her. And if you're just going to keep bringing it up, trying to get people to give you that attention, because it's going to bring you more views or whatever, hang it up. Just, it's not worth it. No amount of money in the world is worth it, especially your health. This will kill you. This will kill you. YouTube addiction and being stressed and having a Velcro brain and paranoia and, thinking everyone's out to harm you. Most of it, I would say 95% of it is in your head. Life is beautiful and you need to experience that. And stop making these videos that you're promoting water parks because you really believe that people believe you and you're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassed. I have secondhand embarrassment for her. If you were good at lying, I'd say, hey, go for it. But you're not. You're not. You're not a good liar. So that's probably one thing that her parents raised her right with is not raising a good liar. She is, yes, held to the nose. She has absolutely ruined her reputation. You are what I say to creators, we are what we create. We're not perfect. We all can do better, even me. And but you are what you create. Nobody can make your channel tank unless you allow it. And what you need to do is when you ignore everything, you need to show the strength and courage that you do have to move forward. And nobody is seeing that. It's just the views are going down, the number of people are going down. Um, so even though you're showing us that you're ignoring it publicly anyway, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but you should be wanting to improve your channel, do things differently. Go to YouTube Creator Studio and watch the videos. Take constructive criticism. Look at your analytics, your engagement. And if you don't see that people aren't engaging, you can actually figure out where and what topics you've been discussing, where you lose engagement, and do better. So constructive criticism is, and anyone who even owns a business, it is through criticism and failures that they choose, I'm going to do better. I'm going to look at where my mistakes are. I'm going to change it. You don't. You just sit around and you blame everybody else. And that's childish. And the fact that you're raising children and this is your livelihood, come on. And YouTube, this stuff isn't going to last forever. And like I said, I could never depend on YouTube for money because every month you're going to get a different amount of money. You're going to gain members, you're going to lose memberships. Um, that constant back and forth roller coaster of good days, bad days, worst days, horrible days financially, it would it would put me in. I'd probably stroke out. How can you live your life and pay your bills and budget when you don't know what amount of money you're getting in each month? That has to be so damn stressful. Pink, she's too far gone to understand self-evaluation. Well, then she needs to take a YouTube break and detoxify from it. That's an actual thing. She needs to go through a internet addiction detox so her head will clear up. Because I believe that it's a serious addiction. It's soup made with some parts of cow I think of eating. That's a lot delicate. Ooh, what are we talking about here? All depends on what you grow up. I used to eat goat. Goat's good. Male goat. Male goat's the sweet meat. Sounds like the stock market. Exactly, Gypsy, right? You ever see people, the stockbrokers in there? They're pulling their hair out. They're showing their fists. They're tearing up tickets. Like, and it's a very short-lived career on the stock market. Very short-lived. People burn out. I've known a few stockbrokers that aren't even doing it anymore. And yeah, it's great money, right? Great money. Six figures and up. Great money if you play it right, but they burn out. I know someone who left stock marketing to what did he do? He started his own business, but it had nothing to do with finances in the stock market. Nothing. And he's just a regular Joe Schmo. Carolyn's deleted comments exactly. This hot mess of hers is her play money, pennies for dollar store addiction. Goat curry. She's running a discount on her memberships, 20% off. Well, that ought to tell you something. You don't have to. Why do you have to put discounts on a membership? That's desperation. So you put a discount on memberships, but still sell your napkins for 500 times the amount they're worth. That's like all marketing bullshit. And that's what they do in stores, right? Retail, they up the price of their products. Then they put it on sale to make it look like you're getting a deal. So I wonder if her memberships went up. I wonder if her kids aspire to be like her and have their own YouTube channel with 40K non-watching subscribers. I don't think so. If anything, I think her children are learning what not to do. I can't imagine having young kids, or even if my kids were in college, and having a channel like that, knowing that social media is a go-to for so many people. And you know how little kids are. Oh, my mom has a YouTube channel. Can you imagine your friends like walking to school or getting into school every day and they making fun of you and you think their kids are gonna come home and say, Mommy, I was made fun of because of you. No, because children don't want to hurt their parents. So they keep it bottled up. I remember my mom running after the school bus when I was in high school because I forgot my lunch. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. But I would never tell my mom that. you know? And I'm sure her kids are the same way. All kids are. People gonna making fun of you for your mother. You're not gonna go home and say, "Mom, my friends are making fun of me because of you," because you don't want to hurt your mom, right? She will never admit that after the Watts case she tanked. No, everything is everyone else's fault. And it's a sign too that when someone never admits, ever admits to their own faults, ever, ever, it's narcissism, borderline personality disorder. I mean, she shows traits of it. I don't know if it's a true diagnosis. I'm not qualified, but I hope for the boys' sake that no one at school knows about her. Oh, Barbara, I'm sure they do. Kids get excited. Kids talk. What'd your mom do for work? What'd your dad do for work? Oh, my mom's a YouTube influencer. I'm sure at one point they were very proud of her during the Watts case. She was making good money. And I'm absolutely sure kids always do it. Where's your mom work? Where's your dad work? I think parents know about Merv. The kids never had friends over. Really? They don't have friends over? Sleepovers? Do they go to sleepovers, do you think? That's sad if that's true. So is she really going on another vacation, shellcation, and renting a party bus? You left after seeing she had no empathy for anyone else. Right. And especially, of course we feel bad she lost a child. I don't wish that on anyone. But I've also seen that if someone else has lost a child, it's like a competition with her. You know, it's not, there is no empathy there. And I think we saw that on the St. Patrick's Day clip. And that was sad. That was very sad. And everything's a competition with her, even in death. It's pathetic. You know, nobody else can lose a child. No one else, just her. You heard one time Ethan was at a stayover at a friend, but only once. My second husband was Parisian Scottish bagpipes. Oh, I like a guy in a bagpipe skirt. Remember going back to school and being asked, how was your summer vacation? Those poor kids had nothing but one day at the water park with mommy stocking everything. Yeah, yeah, I've mentioned that before. The younger kid will go back. He's at that age. The teacher might even have him write a little essay about this summer vacation. I fished and I fished and I fished and I fished. And then I fished and then I was told what I can't fish. And then I fished and I fished and I fished. Oh, and I went to the water park. And then I fished and I fished and I fished again. Tilt with hairy legs. Oh, mommy went on vacation without us. Yep, that's right. She couldn't find her phone. I can't find my phone. Oh my God, take me to the hospital. Take me. Jimmy! Can you hear me, Jimmy? I have no phone. Did you track it? What? Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Really? You're online? Yes, you were sleeping. I had to go online because you all was sleeping. Oh my God. Jimmy. Why isn't Jimmy working? He looks like he's in shape. He can work. Jimmy, you schmuck. How come you're not working? Duncan's is hiring for 18 bucks an hour. 18 above the national minimum wage. And also, he's a teacher, right? Plenty of teaching jobs out there. Plenty. No license. For what? To teach? Didn't he teach at like a school for troubled kids or did he get certified? No, she doesn't have any 3-hour hauls at the store. Yo, Adrian. He's not licensed to teach? Ah, so he's not an actual teacher with a master's. You lost an oar? Mommy blogged all about it. Oh, and Dad bumped our pet. We took live pics. Mommy listened her phone and woke up at 12 people screaming at 2:30 a.m. He did, but he has no certification. I believe certification is to specialize. If you want to specialize in special ed or I'm sure with a regular master's degree in teaching, he can at least substitute. He's retired. Look at Barbara. Do you know how many people I know in my real life who's retired and they're working, especially with the inflation? And a lot of people, after they retire, they still want to be kept busy. So they pick up part-time jobs. You know, they're around people, they make more friends, they enjoy it. People like to feel useful, you know, with no reason why he can't work. And if he's retired and collecting a pension, what is she so worried about? I mean, YouTube could go away tomorrow. What would you do? I tell this all the time. People who are looking, you know, for donations come out. I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. What if YouTube never existed? What would you do? Right? What did we all do before the internet when we needed money? We worked more hours, went to the bank, maybe get a loan. It's become too easy. I need money, or I'm never coming back to YouTube. You'll never see me again. I need money. It's sad that some people go to that extreme. Hey, Laurie, you should go play a set at the restaurant. Yeah, so the restaurant's owned by her ex-husband, correct? So why can't, sure the ex-husband would give him a job, or maybe not. Who's there? My ears ringing? So true, Pink. Remember when there were no cell phones? Yeah, life was good. A Pink Employment Agency. Yeah, I'll get you a job. There's so many jobs out there. You can basically get hired the same day. Their husbands can exchange stories. No internet. No Pink. Yeah, no internet. The internet was our downfall. I really believe it. It's a very powerful tool. Got a lot of good things about it, but it's also a lot of bad things. Recruiting. I remember when ISIS was recruiting via the internet. They prey on people. Trafficking, you name it. It's all out there. Then you got people like Merb who are on the internet doing behind the scenes shit, hurting people, and using the internet as a to weaponize. And I told her she can take a link anytime on my channel. Anytime. So I really want to know why she can't move on. And I'll be nice to her. I'm not gonna. I just want to know why, Carolyn. Just move on. It's your problem. You gotta fix it. It's not us that your channel's tanking. You created an atmosphere where people chose to leave. Nobody tagged these ex-ramblers and said, you gotta leave her. But you're doing it now. But no one ever did that to your ex-ramblers. They had reasons to leave you on their own accord. They left you. They didn't get together and plan a scheme. Let's all leave. No. They all had their own reasons to leave you. And you hurt them. You betrayed them. And we are the company we keep. And I'm sure many left because they didn't want to be around or associated with someone like Carolyn. You are the company you keep. And if Carolyn walks with a limp, you too will eventually start limping, you know? And then when you're around someone who's bad and does bad things, you no longer identify as an individual. You are now basically the company you keep. And people will not like you for just because you support someone like that. And I get that because if someone is doing horrible things, and we always tell our kids when they were growing up, you know, I don't want you hanging out with that person. They're a bad influence. And you'll get a reputation. And it's true. So they opted out and they got their individuality back. They left the cult because when you join a cult, you lose that individuality. You become part of a mob. You might as well be given a number. All right, I gotta head home. It's 8:45. I have groceries in the car. Nothing that will melt. I didn't get ice cream. But I have a cooler. I must admit, I do make sure my shoulders are back and stand upright and slumpy. Carolyn, still leave comments. Drop your link to your channel, please. Thanks for the likes, everyone. Oh, I should read from my book. Hold on, before I go. My Eleanor book. What's the date today? 16th, 17th? Today's the 17th, yeah? No? Please subscribe to Carolyn's Deleted Comments. She has a good channel. The 16th, thank you. Okay. Put some light in here. From the book, One Day at a Time, and Alan on Daily Read, September 16th. A member, now again, if you don't believe in Al-Anon or replace it with, the toxic person in your life, um, you can replace alcoholism with a toxic person in your life. It doesn't mean they're an alcoholic. It just means their behaviors are toxic and they don't drink. A member speaks in a meeting, quote, I keep trying to get my point across to him, but nothing I say seems to penetrate, end quote. Another member answers, well, perhaps when we can't get our views across to the alcoholic or the toxic person or anyone else, it is time to consider whether the point we are trying to make is really valid. Could it be that it isn't right or reasonable, or that our determination to get the point across is being used at the wrong time? Are we making allowances for the other person's right to be a different point of view? Today's reminder, right and wrong are not always black and white. Before I take a positive stand, it would be wise first to make sure that it is reasonable, and then that I have taken into account all possible reasons against my quote unquote right point of view. An open mind is a handy thing to have when once I become willing to live and let live. Let me not force my own certainties on others. I could be wrong. A generous tolerance can smooth out many rough places in my day to day living. Wow, how ironic, Carolyn. How ironic. And she created, or one of her ramblers created that video against the next rambler to try to get her point across. Live and let live, Carolyn. Live and let live. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Emily, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Also, don't forget to subscribe to your main girl, your YOURMAINE girl. She did a very, very profound, courageous video yesterday regarding the loss of her beloved daughter. Recently, she lost her 2 months ago. July, I think, was it July 22nd? Um, Very heart wrenching and warming. Please show her your support and love, compassion to her. I'm sure it wasn't easy for her to do that video, but I am so proud of her. She's honoring her daughter, and and when you lose a child, that's what you need to do, is honor them, not use them to weaponize anybody, not to disrespect them, but to honor your child in life and in death. You're welcome, Buddy Cat. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Carolyn, Deleted Comments, for dropping her link. That's your main girls. Emily, good night, honey. Floor, Tonda, Emily, Yvette, Black Eagle, Mandy Hall, Femi. Thank you. If I missed anyone, my apologies. And so I think I made my point clear. Stop tagging me. in those stupid videos. Live and let live. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. I don't want your attention. I don't want it. Don't care. I won't watch you. You barked up the wrong tree. Don't bark up Pinky's tree. It's like boot to the face. If I'm up my tree and you're behind me climbing up, oh, pink, 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 boom. Bye. I know. I have a hard time saying goodbye. All right. See you later. Never say bye. See you later. All right, Black Eagle. I just want to give my heartfelt condolences to your main girl. I felt your beautiful daughter's beauty inside and out throughout your words. My heart is broken for you. Much love and respect. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Crafted. I think she spoke for all of us. Yeah. Yeah. All righty. Have a good Sunday. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I won't. Um, be good. If you can't be good at it. Good night.